So, Layman's Guide to Mindfulness. Yesterday I was driving my car from my home to Phoenix. It took me 50 minutes. And my mind, through the sense organs, was looking at the street and the highways. They were moving behind me. They were leaving me. It is it's a fact from the sense organs. How can I deny? I saw them, the highways are moving, the trees are leaving me, the cars are leaving me when I speed my car. At the same time, I also have an experience as if I'm not moving. It is only the cars and the trees and the highways are moving. Should I believe the facts observed by the sense organ through the mind? And we all know the answer is no. It is not true. A perfect example of the falsehood. What I have to do? I have to live into that knowledge, that wisdom, that sense perception does not reveal the truth. The first step of the journey. In any meditation, in any mindfulness, our mind gets so obsessed with the sense perception, and then we claim it is the only truth we are seeking, so we have to suffer from the problem. So that is what the message given to us by the first verse, Asato Ma Satudamaya, moving from the false to the truth. At the physical level, the moment I look at the world outside, I see here is my father, mother, I am an boss and I am the owner, all those stuff that the mind receives from the sense organs are claimed to be the truth. The moment you claim that to be the truth, it creates an error of perception. And that error of perception is known as vikshepa in Sanskrit. And that error of perception and the vikshepa multiplies as we continue to rely on the false that is claimed to be the truth. So that sense perception goes inside, it becomes a mental perception, and the mind then tries to multiply it with lot of thoughts and the projections of seeking happiness outside. It continues to multiply. So what happens? The desire takes birth in the mind. The moment the desire takes birth in the mind experiences a trigger, and that trigger may be known as anxiety, agitation, anger, excitement, and always running. We don't know why we are running, but we are running. To remove that, second verse, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Come on, you are living in darkness because of the sense perception being multiplied by the mind 24/7. And because it is multiplied, the mind is constantly thinking. I'm driving, I'm thinking of my son or a daughter. I'm eating, I'm thinking of my father. I'm sleeping and I'm thinking of my job. This is what happens. And then we complain, I have a wandering mind and my mind is not able to focus. How can it focus? See the chain: sense perception, mental perception. And then it goes to the intellect. The desire goes to the intellect based on the information, the wrong information, the false information. Now the intellect tries to analyze. The first thing, it gets scared. The intellect says, yeah, I'm scared of the death. I'm scared of losing money. Even the mind and the intellect realizes that we are losing money on every day. Buying a food, gas in the car, that is hidden behind my sense perception for seeking pleasure and the mental perception. So the third verse, third line, it says, Mrityoramamritangamaya. Lead me from the mortality or the death or the fear of the death that is caused by the mind to freedom. And that is why I translate that verse as a freedom for the mind to freedom from the mind. Freedom for I created by the mind to freedom from this I. We can directly work at the second level, tamasoma jyotirgamaya. So that becomes one practice of meditation. We can also work directly at the level of mrityoramamritangamaya. So even though that is the third line, and there the real practice of meditative asana comes. And the first level, the falls to the truth. I have to think. I thought it, I contemplated, and I was enjoying. This falsehood will continue to exist. The sky will appear blue to me. The highways will continue to run behind me when I am driving a car. The mind will continue to work through the north, east, west, and the south directions when they do not exist. The mind will continue to work and claim that this is my house, this is my car. What should be done? So Gita says two things. Krishna defines yoga. One definition is samatvam yog uchyate. At the same time, the master says yoga karmashu kaushalam. Yoga is skill in action. Equanimity is yoga. So we have to understand that we have not to change anything outside. That is very important. We have to bring the change inside, the equanimity. The senses, the default setting of the sense organ is to see a thing. I have two monitors. One is small and the other is bigger one. There is always a comparison because of the sense perception. So there comes yoga is skill in action. Let me play my role. Let me play my role. So samatvam yoguchyate, that outside, inside equanimity is yoga. The mind is not affected by the likes and dislikes, the dualities, the conflict and the confusion, and the falsehood that is happening outside at all the time. So there we have to play a role. I have to continue to drive. Even when I see as a fact that the highways are running, the trees are running, the sky is blue. That needs to be, once we understand that, then we can move directly to the third one, Mrityu Ramam Mritangamaya. So one of the fascinating example and the practice is given by Patanjali. And that is what we are planning to do today. And see how these 3 lines works in the journey of mindfulness. So close your eyes. Close your eyes and be comfortable. Being comfortable, the mind has to experience the body with awareness and attention. And what the mind experiences about the body has to be changed in the state of being comfortable. So that is why I say, look at the neck joint, feel the sensation. At the same time, in a meditative posture, Krishna advises the neck and the spine should be in a straight line, not overstretched, not so. Check the neck, leaning little forward, backward, right and the left, and find out the center where you experience the comfort. The spine, and become aware of the spine. The spine is straight, but not overstretched. We'll talk about this, why Krishna advises this, because he wants Arjuna to work directly at the physical level. That we will take up in the following session. So, looking at the hip joint, feeling the sensation and being comfortable. So hips balanced, carrying the weight of the upper portion, totally balanced. There is not too much of pressure on the right or the left hip. The spine is straight and the neck aligns in a vertical line. When we raise awareness of the body, withdrawing the mind inside, the mind starts dropping the falsehood created by the sense perception and multiplied by the mind. And that is our focus today. Patanjali says, relaxed mind or happy mind or cheerful mind, and the steadiness in the body is asana. Gorakhnath did only one asana for 12 years and achieved everything. Let us see, can we? So look at the head and the neck. Experience the sensation, being comfortable, steady, and look inside the head at the same time. Check if the mind is really cheerful, enjoying the journey. If it is not, the mind is still engaged in multiplying the same old thoughts and habits. And it's not a big deal. First, recognize, become aware of the right arm, recognize it is comfortable, feel the sensation, experience the steadiness, and looking inside the head. Just becoming aware, yes, I'm happy. The mind is relaxed. Without identification of the body, the mind cannot have any thoughts that multiplies and creates the duality, conflict and confusion. So Patanjali's approach here is radical, looking at the left arm. Mind is aware of the left arm. What you did? You changed the direction of the mind. Good. And then you experience the steadiness in the left arm. And looking inside. Yes, looking inside. Chest in the belly, feeling the sensation, being comfortable, experiencing the steadiness, looking inside the head, rechecking the mind. Is the mind enjoying the journey? Is cheerful? Without any reason. The moment it happens, you experience instantly a new level of awareness. Right leg. Being comfortable, yes. Sensation, yes. Steadiness, yes. Looking inside, rechecking the mind. Is the mind here and now? And when the mind is here and now, it is always relaxed. What a beautiful journey. Looking at the left leg, feeling the sensation, experiencing the steadiness, and looking inside the head. 2 points. We are translating the 2 points of Patanjali about asana. Why? To move the mind from outside to inside, away from its garbage that made me believe the false is the truth. It's not a big deal. By habit I know the roads and the highways are not moving. But still there is a sense of wisdom. I see it I know it, it means I'm playing with that falsehood. Yoga karmashu kaushalam. Outside, but inside, equanimity. The entire body, sensation, steadiness, and further, the Patanjali, in order to help the seeker to move from the false to the truth and ignorance to the wisdom, he reveals indirectly another principle, effortlessness, and the mind moving with infinity. Effortlessness. Look at the entire body. Become aware, feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. It is the mind that disturbs, first, through its past impression, either habitually, subconsciously, and then it makes an effort on the body to remain effortless. So look at the head and the neck all around and inside. Let the mind know it clearly, there is no effort. Why? The self that is inside at the center doesn't make any effort. We are aligning the mind through the effortlessness of the body, experience in the mind to reflect the self. That becomes mindfulness. Right arm all around. Move the mind on the right arm from the shoulder to the fingertips. Sensation, yes, experience that. But here the sensation is also recognized if there is any effort. The mind is experiencing. Become aware of that. The moment you are aware, the mind leaves that thought or feeling or experiences instantly. Left arm. The mind gently moves from the shoulder, experiences every cell, reaches to the fingers, at the same time recognizing any pressure. And that pressure in the body is created by the mind. The body cannot experience itself, it is the mind. So sometimes the mind creates a false pressure. Why? It wants to live into the same habit. That is what I said, we need to just become aware. Is the pressure a real thing? Is the moving of the highways is a real thing? And we realize it is not. We are not only moving from asato ma satgamaya, but also tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. And indirectly you are working on mrityorma mritangamaya. Right leg. The mind finds at home when it brags all the experiences of the body. And we are using this aspect of the mind, negative aspect of the mind, to evolve. The message of Patanjali is very clear. The right leg. Take your time. Move your mind from the right side of the waist to the toes. Not experiencing the sensation, relaxation, steadiness, comfortable. But the main point here is the state of effortlessness. In that state of the mind, effortlessness, the mind also awakens to the truth. Oh, I have to do nothing. You're there. Look at the left leg. Moving the mind from the left side of the waist to the toes. Take your own time. Feel the sensation. Relaxation and stillness. Stillness is there, cheerfulness is there, and effortlessness is there. Where the effortlessness? The physical. Okay. The entire body from the top to the toes, experiencing sensation, relaxation and stillness. Okay. And the fourth aspect now that comes. Now we have become a seeker. The mind should align with anything that is infinity. What is that infinity? In the state of sensation, relaxation and stillness, the mind has to move within. And there are hundreds of tools Remember, the mindfulness is a journey of effortlessness. We have achieved a state of effortlessness, steadiness in the body, and mind is aware in that state of effortlessness. We'll be using 2 more tools to help the mind to go deeper in the experience of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. By the previous steps, look at the breath. People normally talk about focus on the breath. The moment you focus, you have started an effort, and that doesn't work. You may focus, you may get some relaxation, you may claim it is mindfulness, but as long as you focus, you continue. You continue to work on the mind that creates a duality. So look at the breath, the first point. You have a recognition, you are aware, you know, you experience what the breath is going in and out. Second point of awareness. First point of awareness or the knowledge that you know. What exactly you know? You know that the breath is going in and out. Where? In the state of sensation, relaxation, stillness in the mind, living within. Second point, this pointed awareness makes the mind subtle. And when the mind becomes subtle, it continues to live within. And when it lives within, you're there. Who says this? All the 3,000 teachers and the texts and the teachings of the Easternwisdom. I strictly adhere to those principles taught to us, passed on to us by those masters. That gives me the freedom to declare that I don't teach. This is not my mindfulness. This comes from that traditional wisdom. First point of awareness, looking at the breath going in and out. Second point of awareness, I experience the sensation of the breath that is going in and out. Third point, in order to live into that state of effortlessness, I should maintain awareness and attention on the breath, not to change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Three-pointed awareness. I know the breath going in and out. I know I experience the sensation of the breath. And I also know that there is no need to change the rate and the rhythm of the breath in the state of sensation, relaxation, and stillness, my friends. 1, 2. And in that state, sometimes the mind cannot comprehend the breath as a tool to progress. And still we stick to that. It becomes a habit. The mindfulness becomes like taking a pill. We have to maintain that state of awareness. Now another tool. Patanjali says, align the mind and keep the mind on something that is infinite. Many ways. Drop this breath awareness, move the mind inside the head. First, look at it, what the mind experiences. Every seeker explains either it is blankness. Some people experience it is darkness. Others say it is simply the space. And others say it is emptiness. Everything works good. Casually you are looking inside the forehead. Whether you experience blankness, emptiness, space, everything is good. Why? You have to learn from your experiences. The teacher can only point out. You see, this is one of the biggest principles in Eastern wisdom. Then, you are aware of the space, or the blankness, or the emptiness, and there you drop. Shantoham mentally. Drop Shantoham. Wait. Return to that space, emptiness, blankness. We started with that. And then drop there, as if you disturb that space by Shantoham. But it is not disturbing. It is something keeping the mind engaged to explore the higher consciousness. So, experience of the space, dropping Shantoham. Then again there is a silence. In that silence you experience the space. Shantoham. Literally, the Shantoham means I am the peace. The Sanskrit phrase In the state of sensation, relaxation, stillness, the mind living within effortlessness, that is what we did achieve in the first 3 and 4 steps. We move to the breath awareness. You might have done the breath awareness in mindfulness 100 of times. So in order the mind should not make it a habit, we did it, we experienced, we left it. And now the mind is looking into the space first. Did you create it? No. Blankness, did you create it? No. Maintain that awareness. And there you drop Shantoham. Wait, space, silence, blankness you experience. Again you drop Shantoham. What is the point of doing this? The masters of the Eastern wisdom gives a very wise response. The space remains the same. Over the space, you drop Shantoham. The space is behind, hidden. When you stop Shantoham, there is a space or emptiness or blankness. Appears because Shantoham is not there. That is what happens to all our thoughts in day-to-day life. That silence, that emptiness, that peace hides. Revealing that, uncovering that inner peace is nothing but the journey to the mindfulness. Nothing else. You're there, you experience that state. You live into that state. That is the key. Let us use the third tool, which is very deeper. And deeper the step, simpler the practice. Simpler the practice, higher it is, because it is subtler state. Become aware of the body. Everyone says, feel the sensation. Everyone says. So here the Master says, become aware of the physical space that never changes. What changes? My body, my car, everything outside. The container never changes. Look inside. Similarly, there is a mental space. Is the container of all the thoughts and feelings and sensations. So let the thought come and go. You are aware of that mental space. Where thought occurs, comes and goes. Plays with us for a while and leaves us. What should I do? Nothing. This is a state of dispassion. And as we continue the journey, the mind enters into the infinite space and merges with it. What happens? Compassion. It is not a practice of compassion intellectually, habitually, through the words. It is awakening to that state. My master used to say, love, wisdom plus peace within expresses compassion outside. And now do nothing, remain as you are. Asatu ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorama mritangamaya Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside, know your experiences, and let us share your experiences. Today not many people have joined in because of their engagements or vacation, so let us share your experiences. Now, you can even open the video if you like. What happened, what did not happen. It is your experience. Because when you share it, it will help me to customize the practice in the next week to help you succeed in that journey. So let us share your experience.